Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the TUSA Freedom Quad Mask. So this is a frame design, but the main selling point is in these side windows, hence the name quad. We've got 2 windows on the front and then 2 windows either side, and this just opens up your sort of peripheral vision so you can see a little bit more sort of what's going on beside you. Particularly useful keeping on top of your buddy, because your buddy tends to disappear from time to time. It's quite nice just to be able to kind of glance and see them instead of having to really turn around and see what's going on. So starting at the front, as this little label suggests, we've got crystal view glass. The main benefit of this you can kind of see in the side, in that if you imagine when you look at the edge of a glass table, it's got that kind of green tint to it. The green is all the imperfections in the glass. This is optical grade glass, and it has a very, very colorless sort of edge to it because it's got fewer impurities. That means it's allowing for greater light transmission. So really you're just seeing a more accurate representation of what you're actually seeing under the water. The main benefits of this mask is, yes, these side windows. We can see these big windows on the sides, and this just opens up your peripheral vision so you can see more around to the side. They're a little bit curved, which I'm not a huge fan of because they tend to act a bit like a lens, but because you're not specifically looking through this portion, you're not focusing on anything, it's more just to see sort of shapes going to the side. So it's a bit more intuitive and a bit more like you're wearing a mask, but you can see a little bit further around the side. So modified teardrop lenses, so they go down at the bottom so you can still read your gauges quite easily. Decent access to your nose pocket and a sensible sized nose pocket. This is quite thin silicone as well. This moves on to the Freedom in the name. This is the Freedom skirt, which just makes equalizing a bit easier. You don't have a chunky sort of silicone nose pocket. It's very thin, so very intuitive just to equalize. Staying on with the Freedom skirt, you can see these little dimples up around the kind of the temple and then down around the sort of cheekbone area. This just allows that portion of the skirt to be a bit more sort of supple and flexible, so it's more likely to fit different face shapes. It doesn't matter sort of what shape your face is, it's more likely to create an effective seal without you having to really tighten it up too much. This will sit on sort of lots of different face shapes quite gently and still create an effective seal. Now, the silicone skirt, if I just get rid of the strap so you can see, so it has a rounded edge, so it doesn't have that kind of sharp edge that can sort of create pressure on the side of your face, and it has an internal skirt as well. So these 2 skirts create one big sealing area. Instead of a single point of contact, it's a really wide, almost like half an inch seal all the way around your face, and that traps the air inside and stops the water from getting in. Just over your top lip, sort of underneath your nose in this area there, it's noticeably thinner as well, so that creates a more effective seal around on your top lip, and yeah, it's just nice and thin, so it's not going to sort of dig in. I find some masks can get a bit irritating just in that area there, whereas this with the Freedom skirt is much softer, so it doesn't apply quite as much pressure. Now, the buckles themselves, even though this is a framed mask, the buckles are actually attached onto the skirt. So you've got a section of silicone that comes out. So that allows that buckle really to sort of come in and move at any angle. So no matter where you want your mask strap, if you want it really high on the back of your head or a little bit further down, it kind of sits there naturally. If you're wearing a really chunky hood, it can sort of bow out. If you're storing it, then it folds relatively flat. Yeah, it gives you that great flexibility. And you have TUSA's advanced buckle on this. You've got a big chunky ratchet strap to tighten it. Pinch on these 2 little buttons to lengthen it off, and that's quick and easy to do even if you're in the water. The strap itself is their advanced strap. So this is again silicone, but it's naturally sort of curved and rounded. So it's gonna contour the back of your head. It's gonna hold on and grip in position. Even if you're wearing a hood, it's gonna sort of hold it in position so your mask strap isn't gonna be migrating and moving around. So all in all, it's a very smart mask. The main selling point is in those lenses, very optical grays, sort of glass lenses, and with these side windows that just opens up more of what's going around to the side, so you can keep an eye on your buddy. You can see if you're on a drift dive or something, if you're going to get a little bit too close to something. You don't really have those blinkers on. You can see a little bit further wider. This is the TUSA Freedom Quad Mask. Thanks for watching and safe diving.
We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.